So, with all of the recent news about PS5 FPKGs or PKGs being installed on a PlayStation 5, there leaves a ton of questions to be answered. And in this video, hopefully I can answer them. So the very first question is, could we install PS4 homebrew applications before this came out? Let's just go ahead and let's go back over to my home menu here. And I already have a host that is hard-coded to my older host, which I don't actually maintain today. It's just over here at crump-youtube.github.io. So if you do want to go ahead and check out the source code just to double check me, I would encourage you to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK to get through that system memory error. And let's see if we can get this thing exploited. So we'll hit OK again. And there we go. We are at the floater. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that because now we have access to our debug settings. So I'm going to scroll down here to debug settings, and I'm going to go into game, and then we'll go down to package installer, and we'll press X. And right there is obviously Lappy's version 2.01 of his PS4 Explorer program. So let's go ahead and let's press X here. And so there you go. You could not install a PS4 homebrew application, which was a fake package on the PS5 before this all came out. Now, the next question would be, okay, well, how can you do that today? Well, it's actually very easy to install these PS4 fake packages, which were homebrew applications, simply by coming up and going to the es7in1.site, which is obviously the work that EchoStretch did. So we'll go ahead and we will submit that site, and we'll come over here to PS5, and now we'll come over here to control executes version, and now we're going to re-exploit the system again. So we'll just go ahead and press OK here. Okay, and there we go. So now we'll go ahead and let's go back over to settings, and we'll go all the way back down to debug settings. We'll go back into game, and now we'll go to package installer, and right there is Lappy's, and this time it will actually work. So we'll press X again, and there you go. It actually installs now. Again, previously it would not work. And so now if I go and I try to view the game, well, here is that standard dialog box which says the PS4 game or demo isn't playable on the PS5. If you have another version, then go ahead and switch to that. And you can just simply go back. So if I do that and I go back over to my home here, then you can see that right there is our PS4 Explorer 2.0, which again, it does show that it is a PS4 related title, and these will not be runnable. Okay, so the next question is, what about PS4 standard packages or packages that haven't been modified? So these are basically packages or PlayStation 4 packages that Sony signed and released themselves. So these were runnable before, and they're also runnable now. So let's go ahead and let's take one of those. So I'm going to go back to settings again, and right there is PT. And we'll go ahead and press X on this one, and these will obviously install just fine as they were before. Now, just like before, these games will not be runnable unless you own the license for it. So right there is PT. This one is a bit of an exception because it is on one of these block list or restricted list, which means that Sony on the PlayStation 5 already had this as something that they blocked or they did not want to run. But I just wanted to show an example that an official package that is by Sony does run on a PlayStation 5 with this update, and then even before this update. And then the very last piece is, what about these PS5 packages that I see installing? Where are people getting them from? Well, these are not scene releases that people are showing right now. They're really all coming from this site right here, which is just prosperopatches.com. What they're basically doing is that they're coming right here, they're searching for a game, and they would say, okay, so I have a 3.20 system. If I wanted to play the very latest patch, what they do is that they come right in here and they basically scroll down, and what we can see is right here there is a 3.21 update that my PlayStation 5 can run. So if I click on this right here, then there is a number of different pieces. And so if you do use a download management tool, it does make it a bit easier. You would basically come right here and you would copy the link to all of these pieces. Once you have downloaded all of these pieces, you need to merge them back into just one single piece. And so the way that you do that is by coming over here to pkg-merge and then downloading whichever version is relevant for your system. So mine, for example, is the Windows version. And then you would have this pkg-merge.exe application. And then basically from that point, you would select all of the PKG pieces that you downloaded earlier and drag and drop them on top of that executable to build just one single merged package. Now, I'm not going to show this because I'm doing some other tests at the moment, but that is definitely how people are going ahead and testing these PS5 package files. Anyway, I hope this information was interesting and you got something out of it. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out.